Good afternoon, everyone. I've come in today. Welcome to Karen's Kitchen, everybody. Hi, Arlene. Good to see you. I decided I'm going to make a marinara sauce, and I did all the prep work ahead of time. So what I've got in my skillet, as you can see, I've got 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I use that as the vegetable oil. I've got 2 cloves of garlic that I minced, which is with my garlic press. And I've got a cup of white onion. Now I'm going to add, it says for a can and a half of 28 ounce of crushed tomatoes. I think that's a little bit much for me, so I'm just going to use 1 can. Because I think this will be plenty for me. You know, when you adjust these recipes, you can adjust them to suit yourself. Because I don't want any more than a can in here. Because I just think it already makes quite a bit, as you can see. And I'm going to add the tomato paste, and I will give you the recipe when I get a chance here. And this is a very easy marinara sauce. There isn't much to it. I know Leslie made one last week, and I don't know if it's the same as she made or not. I found this on allrecipes.com. So I thought I'd come in here because I haven't had my lunch yet, and I wanted to make this because I've got my rotini cooked. As you can see, I've got rotini cooked, and I'm going to pour this on the top of my rotini as soon as it gets done. Hi, everybody that's coming in. Welcome. Let me get my thing over here and see what else I have to do. Okay, reduce the heat and simmer it. Okay, I've reduced the heat and simmer it. I've got to simmer it for 5 minutes. And then I got parsley. You have your seasonings you have to put in. And this happens to be a 6-ounce can too. You don't want the great big cans because it only calls for a 6-ounce can. So if you do make this, don't buy the big cans. As you can see, look at this. That's enough. I mean, 1 can of this crushed tomatoes is they're organic, by the way, too, is enough. 1 can. It says a can and a half, but I just made 1 can. You know, it should be fine. This guy has to simmer for 5 minutes. I'm going to set my timer up on the microwave so I know what I'm doing here. Just a minute here. I never can remember where that timer's at. Well, I'll have to just time it myself without looking for it. I know I've got it, but I just can't see it right now. Anyway, oh, here it is. Okay, there, I set it. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. I'm going to simmer this. I was actually going to be a little longer than 5 minutes, but I wanted to set the timer on the microwave for 5 minutes. So as soon as it goes off, then I can stop it and put in the rest of the stuff I have to put in. Hi, good to see you. Hi, Gabriel. Good to see you. Welcome. Glad to see you come in my cooking scope. Welcome to everybody coming in. Hi, Crystal. As you can see, I'm making a marinara sauce. This is a very simple recipe. It has very few ingredients to it. I did have to go to the store to get the crushed tomatoes because they recommend crushed tomatoes. I don't think your diced tomatoes would work very well. So I went and got 2 cans of it so I can make this again because I intend to make it again. Hi, Barnes. Good to see you. Welcome. Like I said, I don't know if this is the same recipe as what Leslie made or not. But I found it on allrecipes.com this morning, and I thought I would just go ahead and make it anyway. Welcome to everybody coming in, and thank you for coming in and sharing this out. And thank you for the hearts and the super hearts and all that. You know, I do appreciate it a whole lot. And I wanted to make this because I'm getting tired of eating tacos every day, and I haven't had rotini in a long time. So I bought a box of rotini, a 16-ounce box, and I think I put about half of it in here. It's actually probably more than I can eat, but I can always refrigerate it, use it tomorrow, make it, heat it up the next day. But I want to get that going first, and then when I get this done, then you'll be able to see what it looks like. This is right now. This is simmering for 5 minutes. As soon as the 5 minutes is done, then I will put your other spices in there. You got oregano, and you got parsley, and you got basil. These are all the dried. These are all organic that'll go in there. And then I think I leave that sit for another, I'll simmer for 15 minutes, so I'll set that down. And then it has to be uncovered. Depends on what kind of pasta that you buy. If you buy wheat pasta, no, it shouldn't have. So, and I don't eat that pasta that much anyway. There are noodles. There are noodles that you can buy that are egg free, because I have bought some that are egg free, so I just use them. You know, and I don't know if it's got that, if the pasta has that much egg in it anyway. You know, I don't eat eggs by themselves. If it's in something, you know, and I accidentally put them in there, that's different. But I don't go seeking out eggs. I don't know if there is such a thing as an eggless pasta. I may have to make my own, I suppose, so I don't have to put eggs in it. I suppose you know, that'll be something else I'll be looking to do now, is make an eggless pasta. Yeah, still got over 2 minutes to go, but you're probably right. That's a good question, Barnes. I never thought about that, but that makes a lot of sense. Let me throw this into the trash just a minute. It's a little cooler today. We've been getting close to 100 every day. It's only going to be about 85 or 86 today. So that's a big difference from what it has been. So, are there any crackling noises on the periscope today? Because I know what was making the crackling noises the other day when I did it. I watched the replay and I know there was crackling noises, and I think it's because my fan, I moved it closer so I would get a little more air, and I think that's what made it crackle. But I have it sitting back further this time, so it's not directly coming where it'll interfere with the phone. So if there is crackling noises, just let me know and I can shut the fan off, although I think I should have it on to keep me cool. But as you can see, I'm just going to stir this for a little bit. It has to simmer for 5 minutes, and then I'll get ready to put my I'm going to get these things out right now while I'm thinking about it. Sitting them out so that they're ready to go. And I've got my measure right here, and I can just put it in there and get out what I need, and then put those back. Okay, the parsley takes the most. It takes two teaspoons, and then your basil and oregano only take 1. Just a few seconds left to go, and then I'm going to put your basil and oregano in. Then that'll have to simmer for 15 minutes, but I can stand and talk to you while it's simmering. And then it'll be done. And then I'll just pour it on my rotini. And I'll take a picture of it, and I'll post it up on Facebook, post it up on my group, and let you see it. This is real simple. Now I'm going to put my basil. 1 teaspoon of that. That wants to blow all over with the fan. Parsley is 2. It calls for dry. Now I probably could use fresh, but it did call for dry, so that's what I'm using. So, pardon my mess there. Just wanting to get all over. There we go. Now I'm going to stir this in before I put them on there. And this will have to simmer for 15 minutes. And this is going to flavor it right up. They always say a good cook tastes her food. Always going to make a mess. Good cook always makes messes. So I'm going to definitely make a mess. So, and I've got this on simmer right now, and I'm going to set my timer on my make sure it was a timer. It is. So I'm going to go ahead and put these away, and I can continue to talk to you while I'm doing this. I come in here because I want people to learn how to eat healthier, because there are so many things that aren't healthy for you. We eat all the wrong foods. The world is sick. A lot of people are so sick because they're eating the wrong foods. They're killing themselves by what they're putting into their bodies. And we need to help them to live better. Live a better lifestyle, and learn to withhold things in their diet. Now, if they've been eating eggs, they've been eating meat, cheese, they need to withhold all that in their diet. Look at me, I've done it. I've all lost over 150 pounds. If I can do it, anybody can do it, because it takes a lot of willpower to clean this up. tell yourself, no, there's different things in rotini. These are spirals. These here are spirals. So you can see, I put it on those are spirals. That's what this is. It's already been cooked, and it's just sitting up here. And once I put this on there, of course that's cooled down, but that's fine. Because once I put this up there and I'm hot, it'll heat it right up. Welcome to those coming in. If you were here, and then got, is that, oh, that's Richard. Hi, Richard. Good to see you. Welcome, Richard. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to everybody that's coming in. And make sure that yeah, the spiral. Yeah, they're the spiral this time. I want to make sure I got everything in here I'm supposed to have. Well, I forgot to put in the salt and pepper, but you don't put much in there anyway, so I'm just going to do just a little bit of that. I don't put pepper in it anyway, but I'll just take about just a little bit of this. Just a little bit and spread it around, because it doesn't take very much, like a pinch or whatever. A couple pinches. There we go. It's a spiral. I know. Yeah, the last time I fixed rotini, it was great big huge ones, and I didn't want to get that this time, so I thought I'll get the spiral ones this time, and I thought that would be a little bit better. Like I said, I'm gearing this recipe up for myself. It called for 1.5 cans of the 28 ounces of the crushed tomatoes, but I only used 1 can because that's enough for me. Let me take and toss these into the garbage, and I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, this looks pretty good, darn good, and it's going to be very tasty, I know. And what I have left of it, I'll just put it in the refrigerator and fix it for another meal. Let's go back and look. 1 can made plenty. Of course, if you got a family, you got several to feed, you might need the 1.5 cans, or maybe even 2 cans. You have to try it yourself, see how it's going to work for you. Like I said, for me, I only need 1 can because that's just me. But if you have a family of 3, 4, 5, 6, or whatever, like Erlene, she's got her son and her husband and herself. If she wants to make this, she might have to go the route of using 2 full cans. You know, it just depends. You try whatever works for you. Sometimes you have to adjust the recipes to suit yourselves, you know, because not everybody's going to have the same likes. It's not going to be made the same way. And this was an easy recipe to make. There was several marinara recipes. No, I don't use Parmesan cheese anyway. That's a real cheese, and I don't put. It doesn't call for Parmesan cheese. If I put parm in it, I made some parm, vegan parm. But real cheese, I do not use real cheese. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. I do not eat real cheese. I have given up dairy. I've given up meat. I've given up eggs. I don't eat any of that anymore. Better off not to. I try to stress that enough, but I'm not going to tell people they have to eat cold turkey or you have to stop completely, because it's up to you. But for my health, I felt that I better do it, because I have been so overweight my whole life, and I thought I'd better do something to try to lose this weight that I've been trying to get off. Yeah, the vegan kind, yes, I do have some that I can put in there. And it's very simple to make, and I've still got some. It's real crunchy. I probably will put it on top. That is a good idea, though. I never thought of that. Hi, good to see you. Welcome to everybody coming in, and thank you for coming in and sharing this out, because this is a very simple recipe, and I think the one that Leslie made probably had a lot more ingredients. I think it was in a pot on the stove. This is just in a skillet. And I've got this simmering. I've got my timer on my microwave, so that's what I'm waiting on. It's got to be 15 minutes, so I'll talk to you while it's going. You know, I really don't check the carbohydrates. I probably should, but I really don't. Yeah, doesn't it though? Like I said, this calls for 1.5 cans of the 28 ounce of crushed tomatoes, which like I said, they were garlic and they were non-GMO. but I thought a can is enough for me. I did buy 2 cans. If I want to make this again, I got another can. But 1 can, it makes it quite a bit. And another half a can, I don't know what it would just make way entirely too much. This is going to be good just the way it is. And it did take me a little time to chop up the onion with the Pampered Chef chopper, and I used my garlic press. Oh, even for a keto guy like you, yeah, you could probably eat it, or if you're single, or even if you're married, your wife could fix it, or if you're not married, you're single, you can fix this yourself. It's real simple. It's just got a few ingredients. On one of these kind is the fewer the ingredients, the better. The less ingredients, because it doesn't take so much time to spend in the kitchen. Oh, is it interfering again? I'm sorry. I can turn it off. Just a minute. There, I'll turn it off. I thought it was interfering with the sound. It did interfere with the sound the other day, and I don't want it to be real rough. It's a little cooler today, so it isn't quite so bad. But anyway, this is getting to look real good. Still have a little bit more than almost 8 minutes to go yet. But this is real easy to make for anybody, whether you're on a vegan diet or you're not. Non-vegans will eat this just as much. In fact, if you fix it the way I fixed it, they probably wouldn't even know that it's not even vegan. Or that it is vegan, they probably won't even know that it's vegan. Because, these things are hidden in it, Of course, if you put real Parmesan cheese in it, well, that kind of messes it all up. I won't do that because that changes it from vegan to non-vegan. And when I do things that are completely vegan, I don't want to mess it up by using something that's not vegan. But it's simple to make. Anybody can make it. You just have to take the time to do it. It's very few ingredients. I mean, I love the fact that I don't have to take a lot of time to do the, make it. It's going to taste good. I know it will. It's going to taste real good. I hope I'm not having problems. I see people went out, and I hope they come back. Because I did shut the fan off, although I'm getting hot without the fan, but I don't want it interfering on my phone. But anyway, this is real simple to make, whether you've got a family or not. And it's just me by myself, and I can make this, and I know it'll be tasty. I'll have it as leftovers. It'll be real good, and because I'm always looking for new recipes. And something like this, I can make it and don't have to worry about the next meal, what my next meal is going to be. And I don't always, like Alexa says, plan out your meals. That's hard to do sometimes, plan my meals out, because I never know from one day to the next what I'm going to do. So I just find recipes in the morning, and I make what I can and what doesn't take very much time. Since we are in the summer, I don't want to spend a lot of time in the kitchen. I want to do this in as less time as possible. As you can see, this hasn't taken very long. And once it gets done, then I'm going to put it on my plate, and I'll let you see what it looks like. And then I'm going to take a picture of it afterwards. I got a few people in here yet. Anyway. Doesn't this look really good? For those that can't see this, it looks really good. It's on simmer right now. It's simmering because you need to simmer it down. And it's got a little more than 5 minutes to go yet, because I've got to set the timer on the microwave, and I'm simmering it that way. But it looks real good. Welcome back to those that have left. I turned my fan off, so I'm hoping it doesn't interfere with the sound right now. Even though I'm a little warm without it. But I don't want it interfering with the sound, because when it interferes with the sound, then it makes it sound awful. Because I watched the replay the other day, and I thought the probably was the fan that caused the problem. But since I don't have air conditioning, it broke down. I have to use fans in here to kind of keep me cool. But it's not as hot today as it has been, so it's a little bit nicer anyway. But this is simple to make, very few ingredients. It's something that anybody can make, whether you're a bachelor or you're a bachelorette, or you have a family of how many ever. This might for a family of 4. It's probably be good for a family of 4. You may have to double it if you got a big family, a huge family, like 7 or 8 people in your family. Oh, it was freezing for a little. Do you use veggie chunks? Not in this recipe. I didn't. Some recipes probably call for it, Barnes, but I didn't use that in this. I just put in what it called for, the tomato and the tomato paste. I'll put the fan on the other side of the counter. Well, I could put it over here on this side, so it'll hit to me over here. I could do that. It probably would work better because in fact, I might do that. I'll have to unplug my plug something, and I'll just plug it over here. Just a minute. Maybe if I put it over here, it won't interfere so bad. And then I can still have it coming on me. There we go. There we go. That is better. Now I can get it a lot better. Should have thought of that before. Thank you for the suggestion. That works a lot better. It gets on my back and it keeps me nice and cool. That works. It won't blow on the phone that way. And I'm still getting the air that I need. As you can see, this looks really good. It's going to taste good. Hi, Vanita. Good to see you. Welcome. I don't know if you were in here before, and if you were, welcome back. Because I know they said it was freezing on people, and I put the fan over on this side so it doesn't interfere with me and my talking. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It's not freezing on my end as far as I know. I don't have problems with it freezing on me. And it keeps on going. I'll know when it freezes, believe me, I will know. But if I'm repeating myself, I don't know it. There have been times when I realized I was freezing, and a long time ago, I was freezing. When I do them in the bedroom, and it was freezing, and took me back out, took me to the home screen. So, but I think it's okay. Let me get some water. Yeah, this fan's a lot better. No, I got it on high again. Oh yeah, doesn't it though? It really does. And like I said, I only used a can of crushed tomatoes. I thought that would be a lot better than the can and a half. It calls for a can and a half, but for me, that's just a little bit too much. And look how much it made. And I don't know. I wish I had smell-o-scope. You know why? The garlic was just wafting through the whole kitchen. And oh, you're here now. Good. It was wafting through the whole kitchen. And I just used 2 cloves, but they're fairly sized big cloves. And if you've never seen the garlic press from Pampered Chef, I love the thing. It is so good. This is the garlic press from Pampered Chef. You put your garlic in here. This comes down and presses it, and it comes out back here, and it minces it. And then you have what they call like a Barbie brush or whatever. This here will take it, and it'll scrape it out in here. And then you take it on the back here, and you put it on here to push what's on the back through to the top in here, and then you just pull it out. Makes it simple as can be. I did not realize what that was for until I watched a video on Facebook from Alexis Can Do. She posted it on my page. She posted on my page on how to do that. I'm going to shut this off now. And she posted how to use this, and I wasn't quite sure. I got an education because I wanted to make sure I did it right. Okay, I'm going to put my rotini on my plate now. It might be more than I really need, but I haven't had lunch yet. So I'm going to put this on here. All right. This will make, well, it really is. I'll just put it on here, and then I can just, what I don't eat, I can always, because I want to put this all on here for a picture. So, and I only use half the container, probably half the box. I probably shouldn't even use that much. But, this is going to be a good meal. And what I have left, I'll just go and put it in the refrigerator for tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to take this and I'm going to put this on top. Okay, it won't take it all because it's too much, as you can see. I mean, that makes another good meal. Look at that. Look how much that made. And I only use 1 can, and I still, look how much I have left. See how much I have left? So, 1 can will be sufficient. You don't need to use 2 cans. Like I said, if you want to double the recipe, maybe so. You know, start with 2 cans or whatever, but I think this looks so good. Oh, still frozen? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But this still looks really good. And what I might do is I got my Parmesan. I'm going to get that and I'm going to put this on top and we'll see what it looks like. Those that were in my Periscope a while back when I did this, you saw me make this. And this has got a real good crunch to it. Oops. Fan's kind of wanting to blow it all over. But, there, that's all I'm going to do. Because I don't want to blow it anymore. I'll just have to clean my cupboard and that off anyway. But I'm going to move this, so I'm going to put this back. There. Doesn't that look good? Look at the picture. Oh, you shut your phone off and on too? I'm going to shut this off for a bit. There, shut that off for a little bit. Because this was blowing it all over. But doesn't that look so good? I know that's more of a meal than I'll probably ever eat right now. But, and you can see, look how much I've got left. It's going to go into a container. And probably another meal or 2 I'll have of this. So like I said, a can of this is all I needed. Doesn't it though? Let me step away from the phone, or for a minute. I think it looks really good. Oh, is it still frozen? I'm sorry. I hope it's not frozen for anybody else, but this is a good picture that I want to take for Facebook and put it up on my, probably use it as my profile picture on my vegan page. And those that haven't joined my vegan page, if you want to go ahead and join it, ask for an approval and I will approve you. However, I want to be known that it is for vegan recipes only, and that's all I do is vegan recipes. If anybody has any recipes where they're using eggs, then you use a chia egg or something. That'll make it fine, but don't use actual eggs. Oh, is it freezing on everybody? Oh my goodness. I don't know what's wrong. I think it's Periscope, because my phone has got a good connection. I'm having no problem at all. So, not necessarily. I don't know. It depends on what they have in it. It's possible that it is, but I wanted to make my own. Sure, you can buy it in the store, but I'd rather make my own. At least I know what's in it. And I'm not saying what they have in the store that has a lot of ingredients in it, because I didn't pick the can up to look, or the jar, or whatever. But I would rather make my own. That way I know what's in it, and I don't have to guess. And this looks so pretty. A very pretty color. And the crushed tomatoes are real easy to find. I got organic crushed tomatoes. You know, I suppose diced tomatoes would work, but I think the crushed tomatoes work a lot better because you want this to look like a sauce and not have the tomatoes real lumpy in there. But if you want to take a picture of this, you can. That is a very, isn't that a good meal? I'm going to get a good enjoyment out of this meal. And like I said, what I don't eat will go in the refrigerator for the next day. I put it all in here so I can take a picture of it and show everybody on Facebook what it looks like. And those that haven't joined my group, you can feel free to join my group and get approved. But like I said, it's for vegan recipes only. So if you do use eggs, don't post a recipe in there unless you can use a chia egg. I know Angie was in here a little bit ago, and I failed to tell her that she could use a chia egg instead of regular eggs, because chia eggs are better for you. You don't have to worry, because chia seeds are high in nutrients. And I suggest that anybody, if they want to use eggs, just use yeah, it is. What you make is a lot, always, anything that you can make is a lot better than what you buy in the store. Because they put so many chemicals in what you buy in the store. Unless you're willing to take the time to look at the ingredient list to see what it has in it, you're never going to know. And it really boggles my mind when I look at the ingredient list, how many ingredients there really are. And I can't pronounce a lot of them. I mean, you know, if you have organic tomatoes or, you know, some of your oregano and stuff, that's fine. But my goodness, to, you know, put stuff in there that you don't really know where the chemical came from, let alone what it is, you can't pronounce it. And I always say, if you can't pronounce it, you can't put it, don't put it in your body. I'm certainly not going to stick it in my body if I can't pronounce it. I'm not going to do that at all. I'm going to have to call it quits here a little bit because I need to get this eaten before it gets real cold. I just wanted you to see that you can make your own marinara sauce. Like I said, I don't know if it's like a Leslie's or not. Make your own marinara sauce. It'll be a lot better than, and she made her homemade too last week. And it's a lot better than what you buy in the store. You know what's in it. And it's better for you. So I think I'm going to go now so I can take the picture of this and I can go ahead and eat it. And I'll probably come back on tomorrow with another Periscope as soon as I find something else to make. But in the meantime, take care, God bless, and bye-bye.